when we got to 100 likes. So this is a man dedicated to the show.
Absolutely. Dedicated to the show and dedicated to making that straddle really juicy. I mean, we're going 2-5-25 here. So $25 big blind effective, as it looks like we have an open to 100 from Rampage. King 9 of hearts here. Early middle position. This is a little bit on the looser side, but don't mind it. King 9 suited can sometimes just pick you up the blinds, but he is going to get some resistance from Clown Baby with the 2 black 10s in the big blind. In fact, Tillman made the call from the cutoff. I didn't see that, and J-Stack actually going to complete out of that straddle with the 8-4 clubs. Let's see if he can do something with this flop, and he is going to get open-ended. My goodness. Along with Tillman, though, who has 2 of the other remaining 4s in the deck. Check over to Rampage. Pre-flop aggressor. That is not a flop. He's ready to continue on. We'll get through to another heart on the turn, though.
10's still best here, technically, and we do have Mr. J-Stack leading at it, and he could get called in 2 spots, probably. I probably feel like if we get a call here and a call by Tillman, 10's just kind of looks at this and goes, WTF, man. What the hell am I supposed to do here?
Yeah, the 10s, even though they are the best hand here at this point, you just never really like to put more chips into the pot there, thinking that somehow an effective second pair is going to be good. But if we make it to showdown and Tillman wins with the pair of 4s, that man is going to be a little bit tilted. Let's see if J-Stack just rips it in here, though. That's the only way he wins this hand. And pretty much anyone who does make that move will pick it up. He's got 8 high.
He's going to do it.
Yes, this is our man J-Stack in action right here. He doesn't back down. Yeah.
Yeah, he is here for the party, and he's going to show it too. So a lesson in Texas poker here.
On to a game of 4-card poker.
Just like Jello, you have to wait like 3 hours for it to get ready. So, how very apropos.
Indeed. Everything
When's the last time you've had Jello, by the way?
Oh, God. Honestly, it has been a really long time, and
My mom makes something fantastic every Christmas.
Does it have alcohol in it?
No. She's not quite mastered or skilled up to that, but it is legit good holiday Jello. Toss in your favorite Jello recipes that include booze with it here on the TCH live chat.
Rampage has flopped the just stone cold goods.
That's good.
We do have J-Stack and Albert with a 9 in their hand, so they are going to get sucked into the dregs of this pot, and then Rampage is just going to crush them. He cannot lose this hand.
Yeah, Albert is going to feel the pain I went through when he had a bigger full house. If he gets, now we got J-Stack here with 9s full of queens.
J-Stack is getting
It's
stacked.
just got chilly in here.
Yeah, J-Stack is literally going to lose all of his chips. The good thing for him is that this is pot limit, and if he is at all concerned about ace-9, because he only has 9s full of queens, right? He could also be afraid of queens and aces. This is 4 cards, so a lot of those cards are out there. But no, even poor Albert is going to get sucked into a further another street, putting in 125. J-Stack very likely to put in the check raise here too. Clown Baby must be on some sort of spade draw, maybe a combo draw for him to put in chips as well without holding a 9. My goodness, I guess there are several queens unaccounted for, but unlikely that he is holding those. J-Stack is going to ship it in. At the very least, we're going to get a pot size bet. We're going to have to calculate the size of the pot, so bear with us for a moment. The dealers here at TCH North Austin are fantastic. He's going to get through this calculation here very quickly. But we do have a lot of action as well as chips in the pot to start with. So it looks like we're going to have a raise to 760. J-Stack putting forward the maximum, and we will get that calculated out to 760. Back to Rampage with the stone cold goods. Only loses to literally one hand, and that is pocket 9s. Probably not afraid of anything at this point. I'd like to see just a flat call. His opponent was trying to go all in.
Do you think he's afraid of ghosts, though? He might be afraid of ghosts, but
or maybe
he's
centipedes.
Not afraid of any of his opponent's hand range.
Ostriches?
Ostriches? It could be a fear. What is your biggest fear? Chime in here in the TCH live chat.
Let
Mine's
us know.
bears.
Bears?
And snakes.
You're afraid of the Bears? Duh, Bears. As it is going to get whittled down to heads up here. Rampage, a hammerlock on this hand. 3 of spades here on the end. Does nothing. He just needs to ship it in the very off chance. Oh, wait, no. J-Stack's already shipped it in. And Rampage is just going to call if he hasn't already. It's not exactly clear where we are with the action, but he is certainly calling, and he is going to show the goods. As Steam Dola here going to raise it up to 20. Rampage going to put in the 3-bet. This is all happening in early middle position. Jaywin looking at the 10-9 of hearts, trying to figure out what this action means and whether or not he should try to come along. The problem here is that when early position raises, it can oftentimes indicate more strength, right? So the opening ranges should be tighter from earlier position. So when you put in the flat call, what you can end up doing is get squeezed out. That original raiser, which is Steam Dola in this case, could put in a large 4-bet, and then you end up getting stuck in this position that you just really can't continue. However, what's going to happen here is that Tillman is going to put in the call for 60, and Albert is going to 3-bet this to only 300. Honestly, this is far too cheap. I think this should be 4 to 450. We'll see if it does the job. Steam Dola now after this action. Got to be thinking, what on earth is happening? I've got ace, queen of clubs here. But honestly, getting a pretty reasonable price. If I think that I can call and get these other players to call behind. But this is tricky. Rampage, of course, also sort of scratching his head, wondering what's going on. With a lot of this calling that has occurred, he's probably not too worried yet. However, Albert's hand is definitely suspect. Steam Dola going to go through the motions, decide on a fold. So he's like, you know what, I only invested 20 bucks and then all this stuff happened. So I can just get out of the way. Now, here we will get an insight, a live insight as to how Rampage will play a hand like this. Are queens strong enough in his mind to go for the 5-bet? Or will he call, potentially inviting these other callers in between to come along, play the hand out of position? Or is there even a chance that he could just let this go right now? Stay tuned, find out. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe. Make sure that you are up to date on all of our future broadcasts. We are closing in on the 500 like mark. A fantastic result for Thursday here. 13 more folks in the chat who haven't hit the like button. Please do us a favor. If you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that button. As we find out, Rampage is indeed just going to put in the smooth call, and this is offering a fantastic price to Jaywin, but he's just going to get out of the way, and that's going to let Tillman out of there as well. So, in fact, the call is not going to be dangerous, or at least as dangerous as it could have been. We are going to go heads up to a flop here. Queens ahead and out of position. Albert with the initiative and position. Rampage going to check it over. Albert, that is not the flop he was looking for. Quick check back. But he is going to pick up hearts on the turn. Rampage very likely to lead out here. Although that is a 4-liner to a straight. My goodness. Okay, he's going to look down. Oftentimes not a sign of strength. If you had an 8 in your hand somehow, you would know it and wouldn't need to look. But he's going to peek down. He's going to see he has the queen of hearts. Maybe that factors into his decision making. This should be a smallish bet, around 1/3. It is 275. Albert now getting a good price to try to find an ace, a king, or a heart. You can also chop with a 3 or an 8. And it's a 10 of spades, so nothing doing for Albert. A lot of kind of scary cards out there. Rampage. Now, does he go for value or a block bet? Or does he simply check over to Albert and see if he blasts off with exactly a hand like ace-king?
Albert there with the option to win that burger button, so I'm trying to imagine that's playing into his thoughts. That's $1 right there for the dealer.
Albert reaching for chips. Oh, that just looks too cheap. Rampage already sort of doing the quintessential uncomfortable head scratch, rub, whatever that was, the
Yeah.
gesture of like, oh God, is this really happening? What's going on? Am I up against kings, aces, tens? Did they just get a set? But all things considered, this has really played out in a way that's very favorable for the queens. To me, this is a snap call, because if Albert really had something,
Like, is he really going to 4-bet with pocket eights here? Is he really going to 4-bet with 8-9?
I mean, you could just be toast, and it's possible that your opponent is playing for pot control, given the fact that this is run out to a one-liner to a straight. But at the same time, because it's been played out, so passively, and your opponent hasn't tried to get you to put any chips in, it's also pretty unlikely that he's got aces or kings, right? I mean, and that's really the only thing that he should be afraid of. I would like to see a snap call from Rampage there when he finds out that the price is only 500. But, you know, he's going to go through. He's going to try to do the estimation. He's going to try to figure out if 500 is the right price. I do think he's going to settle on a call, and that's all right. Again, you know, sometimes you just got to go through and figure it all out before you make your decision. But I do hope that he calls. I suspect that he will call. Hate to see Big Daddy Albert suffer a beat, but I just don't think that this was the right price. If he wanted to get a fold, I think he really needed to blast it and go for something more around 1,000.
Just trying to piece this all together here. Will he make the right move? Will he meet the glory or the disdain of the chat pros everywhere?
This is also totally 100% part of his psychology right now, is that if I'm wrong on whatever I do, I'm going to look like an idiot. And this is why I give this guy props for putting himself out there. Oh my God, he's going to fold. Oh my God, he's going to fold. That is amazing. And Albert's going to just quickly show him the ace king.
This was like a little aggro for my taste, but they're both in the same vein of playfulness. So we continue here on TCH Live. Mike Kimball with you. Aaron McAvoy stepping out here briefly as Rampage going to raise up here to 80. See if he gets folds. And now Mr. J Stack here with the Queen 2 suited. Says I got 2 cards. They're suited. Let's go. Samat Akiki saying Next Gen Poker is folding all day. Thumbs down. Yeah. I dude, it's a big world out there, especially a youngster. You step onto the bright lights of our live stream as J Stack flops top pair. Rampage here with second pair, backdoor clubs. Rampage can bet his entire, and he's just going to go ahead and keep it. Well, he's going to go ahead and c-bet it here. I probably figure that if he bets here, he figures that he can go check. If he does, go runner clubs. Now, Queen's up here for J Stack. Rampage has got one out actually remaining that is live. And he's going to bet the turn here 210. Now, this is what we talked about, that he's kind of late in the weeds. He's played relatively tight aggressive. That a lot of times you can get opponent to maybe fold a weak queen. Maybe still continue here with a weaker flush draw, a weaker 10. J Stack here, though, is unpredictable as he may be. Sitting here with queens and deuces. Gotham Isaac says, don't be hard on them. I think he meant don't. Don't be hard on them. This Next Gen Poker big game will take some time for them, as we've got the raise on up here by J Stack, sizing up here to go ahead and take control of this hand. And oh my God, all in here by Rampage for 3,004, and he gets snapped here by J Stack for his remaining 1,200. And a 3-ball here on the end. J Stack gonna scoop the money here as the unpredictable Queen Deuce. We made it here to the end. It felt like we were flying. Everybody finished above the lottie line. Dante the winner, Jay Win a winner. Albert a winner. Rampage a small winner for 540, so he's won like 11 of his last 12 sessions. So,
hey, running good.
All right, shout out to Issa, shout out to producer Carolyn, shout out to you, AA Ron, and all you chat pros. Make sure to hit the like. You can hit us up with a super chat in the last closing seconds before the night is done. We will see you on Sunday for the 7K guarantee, $170 buy-in, Mega Stack Freeze Out. Until then, as the words of the great Mike Sexton, may all your cards be live and your pots be monsters. Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.